Okay, so during this session today, we are going to examine brand identity and its impact. We're going to describe how to create logos. We're going to discuss marketing techniques for an extended reach. We're going to develop and maintain our organisation's listing on Staffordshire Connects. We're going to identify how data gathered can form future activities. We're going to recognise why editing and proofreading is important, and we will look at creating a marketing action plan. So just to get us started, what I'd like you to do, if you've got a piece of paper to hand, can you just write in 6 to 8 words a quick description of your organisation? And is anyone brave enough to share their 6 to 8 words?
So mine was support for victims of domestic and sexual abuse.
Thank you. Does anybody else want to share? Caroline?
Yeah.
I suppose mine's really quite boring because I work for a council. But I suppose a local authority trying to do its best for its district and residents. My job's quite specific within it though. So
well, it could have been just your area that maybe but we'll look at that again at the end, see if you think of anything else. Caroline, did you want to?
Yes, so Staffordshire Network for Mental Health offers support in the community for individuals struggling.
Okay, thank you. Does anybody else want to share?
We improve well-being through therapeutic activities with donkeys.
And you're from Donkey's Ears, Joanne. I like the name of your organisation, Donkey's Ears. Donkeys tend to have very big ears as well, don't they?
They do. Good listening ears.
I've got one now because I lead the community safety partnership. So I'd say the community safety partnership striving to make the district a safer place.
Oh, that's good. I like that, I think. Does anybody else want to share? You don't have to.
Could you hear me?
I can.
Hi, I am Ilkay from Sports Staffordshire. I'm a project assistant, and I work for the volunteer body program. We help people who needs in mental health. We recruit them and training them.
Okay. As I work for Support Staffordshire, I know it's really difficult to sum up Support Staffordshire in 6 to 8 words. It's a similar problem to Yvonne had. So do you want to just try and sum up your area? Yeah.
6 to 8 words, I could say we are empowering communities, supporting charities and building partnerships. And we are matching our volunteers with individuals who need support. And I cover whole Staffordshire area.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Did anyone else want to share? Okay, thank you. Just wanted to get you to do that. We'll perhaps have a look at it at the end and see if anyone wants to change anything. But we'll started with that. Okay, just bear with me. Okay, so marketing. So there's a different types. So we're going to start by looking at direct marketing. So what is marketing? What do you think marketing is? And is there a difference between marketing and advertising? Is marketing and advertising the same thing?
I suppose in some ways it is, but is it like reaching out to the consumers, reaching out to possible customers or your audience?
Yeah.
Is marketing more directed? Sort of, I don't know.
Difficult question, isn't it? You just got up and I bombard you with the question, is there a difference between marketing and advertising? Okay, we could provide a number of varying definitions to explain what marketing is, but in simple terms, marketing is a process or a journey to reach a specific goal. So it's slightly different to advertising. Every product we buy, every shop we visit, every media message we receive, every choice we make as a consumer has been shared by the forces of marketing, whereas advertising is just one component of it. It's just one part of marketing. So marketing, we're going to look at the 4 Ps: product, price, placement, and promotion. You could extend it to include people, physical evidence, and processes, but we're just going to look at the 4. So product, what is the product? And it could be a service. So most of you, it will be a service rather than a product. If you're a local support group, your product is the service you offer. E.g., supporting group meetings. You need to think about who you're marketing to. Are you marketing to gain additional funds or to promote your service to encourage more attendees? i.e., is your customer necessarily the person who's going to pay the bill? Price. If a funder has connected deeply with the cause, they are more likely to pay more. So the story of what you do may resonate with your own personal story. They may identify with a personal level with suffering that you are offering to alleviate. So they will support you because it's a way of healing their own trauma. Place. This will be where your client or service users find you or where you will find them. Could be looked at in terms of where they are or where do they spend their time. What social media platforms do they use? Where do they go at the weekends? What supermarkets do they use? Do they go to the library? This will tell you where to place your marketing and what kind of marketing products to use. Social media content, videos, ebooks, online courses, supermarkets, or community centre notice boards, that kind of thing. Promotion. Many charities make the mistake of assuming that people can see what they want to achieve and will want to support them without any persuasion. However, it's a competitive marketplace. Beware, otherwise they will simply smile, compliment you on what you're doing, and drift off to the next attraction. So think about using posters and leaflets, public relation, press releases, sponsorship deals, events, word of mouth. A large element of your social media marketing will be made up of public relation content, sharing your core values with your client service users, evidencing the work you've done, educating followers about the issues you're tackling and why they matter. So let's look at some brand identity. So when we meet new people, you decide who you like and don't like based on personality, their identity, because that's what humans do. So why would they think differently about brands? Your brand identity influences whether or not people choose to do business with you, more so than an organisation's performance. We see all brands as people and we judge them in similar standards. So do they think like me? Can I trust them? How does anyone else feel about them? This makes your brand identity, especially your logo, the face of your brand, one of the most potent business tools. Have any of you seen this strap line before? Do you recognise it?
National Canine Defence League.
It's good. You're in the right lines, but it's the dog trust.
They used to be called the National Brand Identity. But
right, okay.
okay.
Okay, yeah. So to improve your brand identity, you need to understand your current brand identity, visual brand recognition. You don't just need pretty pictures, and involve someone in your organization. Ensure the message is clear and messaging can crucify your organization. So I have some brand logos and things, and I just want you to give me a couple of words that you would associate with any of these brands. So it's just leading on from what I just said about brand identity. We identify with certain brands and we have an image of them. So just in a couple of words, what would you say about, you don't have to do all of them, you could just do one or two of them.
Well, I look at Ryanair and think cheap flights, and then I look at Virgin and think more expensive flights. And with the Stoke ambulance, I think anything that's air ambulance related, I think you do feel like kind of, I don't know, like you like it, you think it's important. It's a service that's important for all of us. So I'd have warmer feelings towards that logo potentially. Than I probably do, actually. It sounds awful, but for Oxfam.
Okay.
Because Oxfam, although they're doing work that's good, it's not local to me. It's farther away. I might buy stuff from their shop in a way of supporting them, but it's more of a distant kind of brand, if you know what I mean, to what I would look at with Stoke Air Ambulance, West Midlands Air Ambulance, things like that. Maybe that's just because of my job and where I come from, so as well. But
you were from Lichfield, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm in Lichfield, but like I work,
yeah,
I'm an ex-cop. I work with emergency services now, and we deal with violent crime and crime reduction and stuff. So I kind of link that, I suppose, with where I've come from.
No, that's okay. I just wondered if there was anyone from north of the county that had a view on Stoke Air Ambulance.
Oh no, have I upset anyone?
No. I've put all of these logos have been chosen deliberately to so that people would talk about them. So it is that kind of view that Ryanair could be perceived as a cheap flight. Yeah. Then anyone got anything about any of the others?
Well, Aldi, Aldi Food and Bargains. Macmillan Cancer Support, obviously, dreaded cancer affects between 1 and 2 now, which is horrific, and Support Staffordshire, support for the community and charities.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Yvonne, I'll tell you, Stoke Air Ambulance don't actually have an air ambulance.
See, now I knew it was West Mids Air Ambulance, but I was thinking I've never heard of Stoke, but then I might just be really, really, really being stupid. So
yeah, no.
But I thought
there is a lot of issues with Stoke Air Ambulance. They're being investigated at the moment because they don't actually own an air ambulance.
Yeah, I was thinking I know of West Mids, but hey, if they're doing the same job, I'd support that all the way.
Yeah,
clearly by the sound of it, they may not be as well as they should.
They are collecting money. And the issue is, are they taking money away from Midlands Air Ambulance, which do actually have a helicopter and all?
Yeah, we've worked with them quite closely, and we've had Air Ambulance down here with their pod thing, so the families could get in and out of it and stuff. So yeah, it was news to me, but I thought, oh, okay.
Yeah, no. One of the other complaints about it is that the logo is very similar to the West Midlands Air Ambulance logo.
It is,
and could that cause confusion as well?
Absolutely. I am not from up north, so I wouldn't have known either way, really. So.
Obviously there isn't anyone else from North Staffs, because the other issue with Macmillan is there is a hospice in Stoke that is called the Douglas Macmillan Hospice, and sometimes people could confuse the two. They are completely different colours on their branding, but they are also a cancer charity, but a hospice rather than offering support like Macmillan do, where they send nurses out into the home.
I think it's interesting you've put Skoda on there, because if 25 years ago you'd asked me about Skoda, I'd have been like, that's a really sad brand. You don't want a Skoda. It's like having a Larder, you know,
Exactly.
back in
And they
those
used to,
days.
they
But
did used to say once you had a Skoda, you always had a Skoda because no one else would buy it off you. So
yeah,
yeah,
but I have to admit, I now have a Skoda. My husband has a Skoda, and it's probably the nicest car we've ever driven. But then it is VW
yeah,
inside, so hey.
yeah. So they've changed. Oxfam also a few years ago went through a bit of a scandal with their safeguarding. So yeah, some people say, well, that's happened even if they've put their house in order. I would still never donate to them.
No, they've had some strikes here. We've got an Oxfam shop in the city centre here, and over the last couple of years, I've noticed it's been closed on random days, and they've had signs on the windows saying the staff are striking for whatever. I don't. There's obviously a lot more still going on.
Yeah. So yeah, well, obviously those kind of things would impact as well. And Fashion for Relief, they've had some issues. I didn't know, I've never heard of them, but it was Naomi Campbell, I think, and I think it's Naomi Campbell. It's one of the supermodels that have been told that they can't do any charity work because they were misusing charity funds. So yeah, I deliberately put them on there. So we need to think about it, maybe how our brands portray ourselves and why we've got them. Definitely, as I said, Stoke Air Ambulance and Macmillan, it could be confused with other people. Whereas obviously Aldi, Ryanair, Virgin, we tend to stand out and you recognise them. And obviously Oxfam's been going forever, and probably most people have heard of it. Okay, some logos again. So these ones, they don't have any words on them, well, with the exception of one. Can you tell me who they're for?
Instagram.
Lego.
Lego.
Yay. Oh, Apple.
Apple.
PlayStation.
McDonald's.
Ah, Golden Arches. Windows.
Microsoft.
Ah, Batman. You can't beat Batman.
Facebook.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm loving it. Is that some words there? Sorry, there's two with words on. Lego obviously tells you who they are, but all of the rest of them, you recognise them without even the company name there. So that's just showing how important a logo can be. So if you wanted to create a logo, there's a couple of ways you could do this. You could draw your own. You could contact local colleges or university. They might have students studying graphic design that want to do it as a project and would offer it you for free, just so they can add it to their skills and skill set and put it in their CV. You could ask the local community or service users, maybe somebody is a graphic designer and could do that for you. The image is of a website called Fiverr, which was created in America, and the 5 stands for $5. So you would only pay a maximum $5 for something to be created. And it's a lot of professional people would use it to advertise and build up their services.
I did use them actually several years ago. I used to have a photography business alongside my day-to-day job, and yeah, they were really good actually. I had them to create like introduction videos to, like, when I was doing a video on social media, so I'd have like an intro to my business and then an outro at the end as well, and they were really good, and they were very cheap, to be fair, for what you got.
Yeah, I think it's a way of people that are freelancers to kind of build up their portfolios, etc., etc. The same with the students one. So if you're not very graphically minded yourself, there are support out there. If you're going out and about in the community, there are simple things that you can do to take with you once you've got your logo and your strapline. You could have pull-up banners and feathers. So here's some images. That's a pull-up banner, and that's a feather. Some people call it a flag, but it's not a flag. Feather. You might want to take leaflets with you that you can hand out, or flyers. But I noticed when I've been going to events that a lot of people are being a little bit more eco-friendly and put in a QR code. And I will send you a handout on how to create a QR code. It is really easy to do. And then you just print the QR code out, laminate it, and then people can zap it like that with their phones. It could be to your website, or it might even be to your Facebook page. Okay, so let's look at some digital marketing. Okay, Facebook, social impact. Obviously, other social medias are available. You can use it, not a profile page, but a social impact page. You can add a call button to it or a donate button. So you could put a telephone number on there and people just click on the button and it takes them to the telephone, or they can send a message. You can have a message button, or you could add a donate button. You can network with Facebook groups, and the link there is to the Facebook social impact page that's got lots of advice for helping service users and training ideas for charities, etc., that are specific to Facebook. You could market yourself on Staffordshire Connects. You should possibly all have a page on Staffordshire Connects already, and hopefully you know in your organisation who has access to update that. But we're going to look at it in a little bit more detail. And Support Staffordshire also have their own directory page. This is shared with Staffordshire Connect sites if you give permission. And after you've submitted all your information, it's checked before it's uploaded. But remember, you need to check it regularly, particularly if someone in your organisation changes the contact person, or your programme changes, your projects, etc. And if you've got a physical address, you can own that page on Google. So it puts a pin on the page, and then when people Google search, it gives them information. And you can kind of use that a bit like a social media page as well, where you can add contact details to it. So there are ways of marketing yourself if you don't have a Facebook page, a website. Social media, it's useful and can be effective. It's a shop window for your organisation and a way to raise awareness. It's free at point of entry, and each platform's functionality is free. Approximately 85% of the UK population are on social media. Not necessarily on Facebook, but are on social media. But stick to a few, i.e. Facebook, Instagram, or X, or spread your time too thinly. If you're trying to update everything, you're spending so much time. Meta, who own Facebook and Instagram, they actually have a business suite app that allows you to create one post and then share it on both platforms. And if you have more time, you could use YouTube to create your own channel and publish videos. So you can use social media to connect with client and service users. You can raise awareness on it. You can share stories and information. You could celebrate successes. You can use it to fundraise. You can use it as a recruitment tool. You can mobilize your volunteers on it. You can serve beneficiaries, but you should have a social media policy. particularly if there's more than one person using it and uploading content. 3.45 billion people are actively on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or Messenger on a monthly basis as of the 31st of March 2021. 480 million people around the world are connected to a charity page on Facebook, sharing good news stories, share photos and videos, or advertise your events. If you, I can't remember if I'm sharing just bear with me a second. It says in my notes that locality officers have a social media template, but I will share a template with you. Just wasn't sure whether it was in the handout. Sorry, I just needed to check. If you're, again, not graphically designed inclined, there is another website called Canva, which we'll have a quick look at. Canva, you can access it for free. Some of the bits you would need to pay for on the professional page, but there is a lot of free templates and things on there. You can use it for documents. You can use it for Facebook covers and posts. You can use it for presentations, posters, even Instagram stories. So let's have a look at a video on how to use Canva. Okay, and it's going to take ages to load. Here we go. Hopefully, can you all see the video?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hi everyone, my name is Ronnie.
My name is Diana.
And I work at Canva.
I am a Canva certified creative.
I am the head of communities.
And I create online courses.
Fun fact, Diana and I are a couple.
I was the one who introduced Ronnie to Canva.
We also work together. Why do you think you can beat me?
I was using Canva before you.
But I am the only one with the Canva glasses. So what do you think about that?
That's easy to beat, actually.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
The brief. Your pet iguana, Queen Elizabeth, has gone missing. It's likely she's gone for a walk around the neighborhood without you and her leash.
You have 5 minutes to create a lost poster to help find her. Okay.
Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to start with a flyer.
Try to see if I can find something like lost pet. Okay, yes.
The wanted kind of look and feel, so I'm gonna write wanted.
And I need to try to find a photo of an iguana.
Wanted Queen Elizabeth. Okay, what I can do is to search for a crown. Let me see this crown. Yes, this.
Let me try something with this remove background effect and do something fun there. Yeah, this is perfect.
A lizard that looks lost. This is gonna be fine. Gonna get rid of all these.
Something like this.
A big reward, so people will maybe bring my lizard back.
Description here, like this.
Queen Elizabeth wanted, or maybe lost. Call me.
Oh my god, time is up!
Quack, 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 quack.
Hello Diana, how was it for you?
Yeah, it was difficult actually.
So I guess it's time for me to share my design with you. So
Okay,
you can
so
share as a template.
show me first yours. Oh, oh yes, the reward. Yeah, that's important. Tell me, what do you think about mine?
Wow, this is nice. You have it sticking out of the frame, so this is actually really nice.
Who selects the winner?
vote for the best. So either Ronnie or Diana.
Vote for me.
Vote for me too.
Okay, we're not going to do the voting, but as you can see, it's oh, let me go back. It's quite easy to create. They did both work for Canva, so they do know how to find the stuff, and you probably would take you a little bit more than 5 minutes, but you got an idea that there is a lot of stuff on there, and it would be fairly easy to create a poster. You should always include a call for action. So it's a prompt on the website. It tells users to do a specific action. So it doesn't have to be on a website, it could be on a poster. Typically written as a command or an action phrase. So sign up, buy now. It's generally in the form of a button or a hyperlink, but you might have it as a call out on a poster. But use strong words like donate, give, client, user or service, subscribe, join, sign up, learn more, find out. So just a few words, but a call to action. You're encouraging people to come along. So supports, sorry, not support Staffordshire. So Staffordshire Connects. It's a directory of community support. It's listing activities and community groups and organisations and services, and it's one of the main tools that Staffordshire County Council use to promote community support to their residents. Staff from a range of organisations use it to what's going on locally. So it's a great place to market and promote your offer. So Jamie from Staffordshire County Council has done this video to tell you more about it. I am not going to show you the whole video, but you will have a link to it so you can access it. And sorry, but my internet has gone really slow today. It's just taking ages to load everything.
Hello and welcome to your overview of Staffordshire Connects. My name is Jamie. I am a digital IAG advisor and I work for Staffordshire County Council. I'll be showing you Staffordshire Connects today. I'm going to go through creating an account, creating a listing, and some of the functionality that Staffordshire Connects offers whilst browsing the site. So without further ado, I'm going to go in and show you how to create an account. So first thing you want to do on the home page here, you want to go and click on sign in and register at the top. And this is where you would sign in if you already have an account. Now I don't have an account at the moment, so I'm going to create an account for the purposes of this video. Here it's going to ask you some really basic detail. Just fill in the details there, and that will generate an email to you. I'll fill that information in now. Okay, so I've filled in all the details just there, and now I'm going to select I'm not a robot. And if you do wish to look at terms and conditions, there's a link just down here for you. Also, at the top of the page, there is a guide for creating an account. If you wish to have some support with creating an account. Otherwise, click on create an account, which will generate an email to my inbox here. So if you do have problems receiving that email, just check your junk folders, as your email provider may report it as spam. So just check those inboxes. But if you are having any problems making an account, please feel free to email us at staffordshireconnects@staffordshire.gov.uk. Or you can select this directory feedback button on the right hand side, fill the details in, and we'll also get it, and we'll be able to communicate with you that way. So I'm not going to show you my email just for security reasons, my reference number and whatnot. So I'll fill that all in, and then I will come back at the next page. Okay, so you can see that I have now activated my account, and now I just need to sign into the website using the email address and password that I used when creating my account. So I'll just do that. Okay, so I filled in my username and my password. So I'm just going to click on sign in, and it should take me directly to my dashboard, which you can see here. Now, I'm not going to go through too much detail about what you can see here. If you do wish to edit your account details, you can select on that button on the right, your account, edit your personal details. There is a shortlist button here. You also have a shortlist tile at the top here, and that means that any listings that you like the look of that you may want to reference in future, you can add them to your shortlist. You will see add to shortlist or save to shortlist on any listing on the website. But for today, we're just going to focus on creating a listing, which is this button on the left-hand side, your directory listings, run a service, club, or event. We'll click on that. And here, again, it'll give you some guidance as towards how you can make a directory listing. But for today, I'm going to show you on this video. So we click on Create here at the bottom. And it'll bring you to the first page of creating a listing for your service. Now, I'm only going to go through the first page of creating a listing, just because it depends on what options you select as towards what pages you will see during this process. And I don't want to add any confusion. So just filling in the first bit here, title. It is the first thing that the customer is going to see, and it is going to be the title of your service. So for today, I'm going to be putting in Staffordshire Connects. And then I'm going to move down to description. Now, a description is really important that that's written. It describes what your service is. And it's the first thing that a customer is going to see and decide whether or not to proceed any further in regards to accessing or contacting your service. So I'm just going to keep something really simple for the purposes of this video today. Try not to leave it too short, don't make it too long, and make sure it is written in an accessible format. The reading age of Staffordshire for everybody is, we aim on Staffordshire County Council's website, as well as the listings on Staffordshire Connects, to be a reading age of about 9 years old. So moving on, which area is the record for? You can see here, you've got adults and communities, which is what we're going to be focusing on today. We do also support listings for children and families and the Send Local offer. But I'm going to click on adults and communities for this video. Provider types. What kind of provider are you? Pick the most relevant one. And then what type of service is your service offering? Is it a virtual service, online, telephone, face-to-face, online shopping, or in-store service? Because this is a website, I'm going to select online. And then once you're ready to move on to the next step, you use these top buttons here, previous and next, to make sure you're editing all the pages all the way to the end. And I'll just get to that and then I will come back. Okay, so now I've inputted all my details to make sure that my listing is good to go. Now I'm going to go through the last couple of steps of the creating a listing form, just because I think they're super helpful. So you can add in an image, which is your logo for your service, if that's applicable for you. You just upload the logo that way, there, and then just put it on. And the next one is additional images. So if you have any images of people maybe visiting your service or anything else that's an image that you feel your customer would benefit from, you can again just upload the image there. And then if you have any documents that you may wish to add in, so maybe timetables, anything that you might find appropriate for your service listing on Staffordshire Connects, you just add the new document there. Okay, I've ticked the box to say that I confirm that this information is correct and up to date, and now I'm ready to submit my listing. Once you press submit, it'll take you back to your dashboard and it'll tell you that your record has been saved. If you scroll down a little bit, you will see that you have your request queued for approval. Okay, so we're back at the home page now. We've gone through creating an account and creating a listing on Staffordshire Connects website. So now I'm just going to go through with you to show you how what functionality our website has, things that you may find beneficial to share with your customers. So you've got here adults and communities. That's the area that we're focusing on today. So we'll click onto that and you can see all kinds of different listings or different areas here that you can see the listings in. These are tagged appropriately by myself and Steph to say that they are to fit into these categories depending on the listing.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. And I've lost the close button on, that's better, on my page. Okay, so you will have access to the whole video. There will be a link to it when you get the slides. But just a couple of things that to pick up on. That's the website to access it. Jamie gave the wrong email address. It is actually Staffordshire.Connects. You missed the dot out. So that's the actual address there to contact him. And if you've know that your organisation's already got a page on there, but somebody's moved on and they've not got the passwords or anything like that, and you need to amend it, if you email him, Jamie will do his best to sort it out. I'm not sure that it is Jamie. I think it might be somebody else within the Staffordshire Connects page, but somebody there will help you. Have you all seen or heard of Staffordshire Connects? Do you know if you've got a page on there?
We
Yes,
don't, but then I think because we're a legislative kind of, I don't know, PFCC thing, I'm not sure
Yeah.
whether the community partnership needs to be on, but we have support staff coming to our community partnership meetings as well and stuff, so I don't think we need to.
Okay. I think possibly Joanne, did you know if you were on there?
Yes, I did, and it was Jamie that supported me with things. So yes, he was very good.
Yes, and I've got several adverts or things in there.
Yeah.
Projects.
We did a training about Staffordshire Connects to social workers and social prescribers, and we had a group in and they went, oh, are we on there? And then they went, oh, I wonder who does that. They realised that the person who did it wasn't in the organisation, so it was there to go away and check on it. But yeah, we definitely use it to advertise to people on how to get in touch with groups. So just please make sure that your details are up to date. Okay, data. So what data should we collect and why should we collect data? So it does build strong relationships with your clients and service users with the right data. It enables you to personalize interactions and to increase engagement, donations that are successful or ones that aren't. It can improve communication. Data empowers your organisation to quantify and communicate your impact to the community. This both builds your credibility as well as your trustworthy organisation to which to donate. Update your database. Collecting relevant data allows you to regularly update your database and in turn make informed decisions about retention efforts. Remember, only store data that will be in line with GDRP regulations. Informed decision making. It can adapt decisions based on the data you receive. Data can answer key questions, support or refute assumptions, and assess the efficiency of campaigns. And it can drive your marketing and fundraising efforts. So using metrics to focus on your development efforts and boost donations. And I get not giving you the pictures for what I've been reading, sorry. So what data should you be collecting? So please ensure data is relevant, up to date and stored securely in compliance with GDRP. But there are counter data points that you could collect the following information. So client data, metrics reveal who your service users are and how best to reach them. You've probably captured this already. So name, so that you know you can personalize correspondence. Age, this can enable you to know where the best to engage with your donors. So younger donors are more likely to engage with you online. You might collect email addresses or phone numbers, or you might have physical addresses, but ensure this contact data is up to date. Project. The following forms of project data will help you to understand the effectiveness of past efforts. So event attendance, client and service user satisfaction. So gather feedback information received through surveys can help client service users feel included and staff improve their efforts. Revenue, track source of income to make informed decisions about your budget and strategy. Marketing data, website traffic, determine how many people visit your websites, how they get used, how long they stay, allows you to edit and delete pages that don't often get visited and understand how people find your website so you know best where to advertise. Subscriptions, do your service users subscribe to newsletters or emails? Remember to add your call buttons. Social media engagement can be measured through likes, shares, comments, and link clicks, and create the content that is most valuable engagement. Email open rates. According to MailChimp, the average rate for non-for-profit emails is 25%, meaning 3/4 of your audience won't open your emails. To increase your chances of meeting the right people, write compelling subject lines, keep the frequency of your emails consistent, and ensure subject matter is relevant, and send emails at an appropriate time. To gather this information, conduct an audit on past marketing efforts, use a SWOT analysis, and strategic planning that identifies the effectiveness of your organisation. Financial data. All organisations rely on data to boost revenue and cover operation expenses. So financial data allows you to access cash flow, maintain financial stability, develop budgets for future fundraising efforts. Consider the following types of data associated with accounting and budgeting. So expenses from staff salaries to campaigns to fundraising costs. Income can come from donations, membership fees, selling products. Examine past expenses and revenue to project growth targets. Cash in hand, volunteer time. Volunteer hours are a resource needed to accomplish your goals. So log these hours to secure grants and raise awareness for your organisation. I believe the financial cost that you can assign to a volunteer hours if you were doing a budget, a grant, is about £16. If you Google it, you'll get an exact figure, but it's about £16. Website data. So data analysts can use to be showed the content is the most popular, determine content strategy, create better looking experiences. In order to increase traffic and prompt visitors to take action, it's important to measure how the site performs. If you haven't already, start tracking these important pieces. So traffic sources, potential donors can land on your site through an organic search, a referral from another site, or a redirection from social media. So once you understand how most users get to your website, you can optimize the most traffic referral sources to increase site visitor overall. Bounce rate. This refers to the percentage of visitors who visit your site and leave rather than continuing to view other pages or take action on your site. If your bounce rate is high, prioritize updating your website to make it a better experience. And click-through rate is the percentage of users who click on a specific link to view a blog, an email, or an advertisement. If you have a low click-through rate, revamp your call to action, tailor your messages to specific client or service users. You can use website analytical tools to track these details and Google Analytics is free to charities through Google non-for-profit program. And external data. So external data comes from sources outside of your organisation and offers information related to your organisation's mission. External data allows you to stay updated on field-related information. You can access these facts and figures through public records or private data shared with organisations. External data can be used to shape decision-making and communicate your impact to the public. For example, let's say a homeless shelter serves a community in which 56% of the individuals suffer from food poverty. That statistic becomes powerful compared to the national average of food poverty of 10%. So the Staffordshire Observatory site, which is on the Staffordshire County Council webpage, is a great place to find that kind of data. So writing for social media, you need to keep it clear and simple and use words that are appropriate. So 1 in 6 adults in England have poor literacy skills. And the majority of adults in England are in the 11 to 14-year-old reading group. So why is a reading age important? So Jamie mentioned that they write for the age of 9, and there is a reason for choosing the age of 9. So as a child, we quickly learn 5,000 words that we use the most. And then we stop reading these words and we recognize their shape, and this allows us to read much faster. So most people read like this by the time they've reached 9. So our vocabulary may continue to grow, but our basic reading skills stay with us as an adult, which is why we're picking that writing for a 9-year-old is what's said. Keep your sentences short, use active verbs, avoid writing in the third person, avoid abbreviations and jargon. And the other thing you can do is say it out loud, read it out loud and see if it sounds okay. The Hemingway app, this slide refers to the Hemingway app, which is quite useful. You can paste information into it and it'll give you a readability score. Some of the pointers on how to improve your text as well. Okay. I don't think you're going to be able to see that very well. We are going to do this face to face, and I would hand this out face to face, but I don't know if any of you can spot the mistakes on there. It is quite small. Apologies if you can't.
Following.
Yeah.
Volunteers.
Loads of spelling issues.
Looking.
There are loads of spelling mistakes on there. You're quite right. I will show you the answers with all the spelling mistakes underlined. Yeah, so you picked quite a few of them out. Centre at the top. If you're using spell check, if you haven't got it on UK, it wouldn't pick up that centre was incorrectly spelt. So you need to make sure that you're using the UK spelling and not the American spelling. But yeah, it's always a good idea.
I would say, look, reading it, although we want to obviously keep grammar and wording quite simple and easy for people, I think looking at that, it's so badly written with spelling and stuff, you wouldn't then have confidence in the service that they're offering.
Exactly. And I have a friend who who used to work for a newspaper, and everything just shouts out to her if there is anything wrong. And she'll be going, oh lordy, lordy, every time she sees anything. So there are a lot of people like my friend who can just proofread really, really well. And as you said, it can give a bad image if it's not right. Yeah. So proofread. But it's not just about your spelling, it is about your grammar as well. So just putting a comma in the wrong place or a bit of punctuation in the wrong place can change the whole meaning of a sentence. It's one that I used to use when I was teaching to teenagers, was about eating grandma. Hey, so if you're like me and not brilliant at proofreading, a friend and I, when we did our IT exams together, she was really good. She used to work backwards from a document and read each word individually from the bottom, working backwards. And was very good at being able to pick out mistakes. Whereas I'm really bad at scan reading and would look over a mistake because I would read what I thought I would read what I wanted to write rather than what I'd actually written. So a critical friend would be able to help you, and they would also spot any assumed knowledge. So you might expect everyone to understand what you wanted to write. You're explaining something, but if you've got a critical friend that you can trust to give you, and not just go, yeah, that looks great, but actually tell you their honest opinion. And they'll also pick out areas that are not described well as your bad punctuation and grammar. So would anyone change their elevator pitch from earlier?
I think as for the community safety partnership is pretty good in relation to like striving to make the district a safer place for everybody. That's kind of sums up, because we've got so much that we do. But it's certainly interesting when you were talking about the different social media platforms, because I've just literally asked that question last week. We've got a Facebook page, but obviously with that you're only reaching certain people. I mean, as far as the young people are concerned, Facebook is full of faults, is what we've been told. So we're trying desperately to introduce Insta, knowing that you can post duplicate at the same time, which would save time but still have that reach there. But our council have just took on TikTok and a few other things too. So we're kind of trying to touch base on reaching more of the district, which is hard. You know, it's really hard to get like a good kind of baseline of all ages, but you know, we're work in progress at the minute.
And I think something like social media, it changes quite quickly, and so yeah, you need to be almost adaptive. Although Facebook is kind of become the norm that a lot of people use, but as you said, a lot of young people don't use it. So yeah, looking at your demographic and knowing what your demographic are is important to know.
Yeah, it's all right putting out like we put out anti-knife crime campaigns and things like that, and of course we know we're getting out to the older, but really we really need to be getting to that younger.
Yeah.
So we're desperately I'm trying to get comms to sign me up.
So did you say you had a YouTube channel?
No, they've just got TikTok.
Right, yeah, TikTok, yeah. So it's short, snappy videos and things like that. would
we've just had a new
add to that.
comms manager, and she's fantastic. And although isn't responsible for the community safety partnership because it's a partnership with all the others, so I work with the police comms, the fire comms, and all that. It's to get our message all together in one and putting it out, so it's not going out on 20 different things by 20 different people. We kind of trying to make it a more active channel as such. And so that people recognize the community safety partnership and what it actually is.
And so it's getting your message in the right way to the right thing. So keeping that data so you know how many people are accessing, and so you know which are the best channels, which one's getting the most views and the most information, it is good. And it's nice to have a lovely all singing, all dancing website, but if no one's going to it or using it, it's probably very expensive. And so perhaps you could adapt it or change it or have take some of the pages off it. Do you need everything on it?
Yeah, we've managed to get the comms team at the council. They're going to start supporting us a little bit better because we're struggling to get that reach. We can keep posting when we're at events and what we're doing in campaigns, but it's not getting the reach. So they're going to start sharing. And obviously the Lichfield District Council pages will get a lot more attention, which they do, whether positive or negative, because it's a council. But at least we'll get that reach hopefully that way. And we've got others that are starting to share, like Burntwood Town Council, they're supporting us. So they're trying to advertise, and we are getting more and more likes as time goes on with the various posts that have gone out. It's just, it takes time, I guess, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think the thing is as well, looking at the posts that get the most likes. I mean, we do a social media course, so I didn't want to take all of my spiel from the social media course, but looking at the pages and the kind of posts that get the most likes and the most interaction, and then trying to kind of use those types of posts again. And it is your pictures and your videos that people look at, and they'll probably scroll past a lot of text. So trying to make things visual. And then if you've got it visual, as I said, you can use the Meta business tool that will let you post on both, and you only need to do it once and it'll post on both for you. So
we're that's why I love Canva so much.
I've
started to love Canva.
Canva is really good. You can go down rabbit holes with it though. Go, oh, look at this. But it is good. I do use it. I've used it, and I discovered that you can make videos on Canva as well, actually.
I've just started trying that, but I have to say my comms team have said to me to try CapCut.
Right.
CapCut is also free, very similar looking to Canva, and it's in its side panel, and all the options you can do, but it's specifically much better for video. So if anybody wants to do videos, CapCut, I've just started touching with it now, touching base with CapCut, and it is very similar, but it's just solely for video, so you can do that a little bit more.
How do you spell that, please?
Sorry?
How do you spell that?
Cap, as in CAP, and cut.
Yeah. Right.
If you Google it, you should find it. And like I say, it's very, very similar. I was quite surprised when I went into it, how it looks like it's designed exactly the same way as Canva, in the toolbox things all down the left-hand side. And the look of it is very similar. And you literally drag and drop.
Oh, lovely. I've not heard of that. Thank you.
No, I've not heard of it. Thank you very much.
No worries.
I did
not know about it either. So don't worry. I'm new to it, but it's a better way for videos because you're limited with Canva with video.
Yeah. You may find that that's now included in the next course. I will be going away and investigating. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Okay, just something else that you may want to do. So I'm not quite sure why, I can't remember the reason for me sticking this at the end, because actually probably once you kind of know and you've got all that information, you want an action plan to plan your marketing, you probably best starting with a SWOT analysis. So looking at what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what your opportunities are, and what your threats. So where does your organisation work well? Where your organisation needs help, what lack of experience have you got? So if it is with the graphic design, what's out there? What opportunities are there for you to increase that? And what threats are there? So we've talked about a bit of using the internet and stuff. It could be a cyber threat, and have you got things in place, or what things can you put in place to do that? So I will send you a SWOT analysis that you can use to help you, and I will confess that I downloaded it from Canva. If you set yourself some targets, remember to make sure they're smart. So your marketing strategy should give an overview of what you want to achieve through your marketing plan. This might only cover the first year of your business plan, as it's likely you'll want to review it as you learn more about your customers. What do you need your marketing plan to achieve? For example, is it to recruit more volunteers? Is it to increase money coming in? Is it to increase brand recognition? Who is the target market for your marketing strategy? Is it your people, your funders, or is it your service users? What is the key marketing channels, and why are you using them? Why do you think these ones are the important ones to invest in? What's your overall marketing budget, and how will you spread this out over the business plan period? For example, you may have a large marketing at the start and then decrease as you get up and running. Is your marketing plan related or relevant to major campaigns or events or programs? And when and how will your marketing plan be reviewed? So when I talk about relevant campaigns, if you were looking to market to encourage more volunteers, you might do a big thing during Volunteers Week or something like that. And then remember to make any targets that you set yourself smart. So focus on one thing, have a clear objective, i.e. attract more volunteers. Make sure your goal has a metric so it can be measured. Do you need 10 volunteers? Choose something you can accomplish based on time and experience and your budget. So it could be a social media campaign, and you can get them for free, or you can pay for them. Sometimes this will contribute to your organisation's overall success. So identify areas of need and set a time, a deadline. When are you going to get those 10 volunteers by? So Support Staffordshire have locality officers around the county. These are who they are and where you can find them. If you are a Support Staffordshire member, you will know that it is free. And as long as your organisation meets our eligibility, you can fill in an online membership form, or you can contact the membership team, who will send you a application form. Once you've returned the application form with the accompanying documents, it will be put to our board. And if your application is approved, you can join the 1,200 VCSE organisations working with us. Yeah, locality officers can offer 3 hours a year free service help and support. You can't carry that over. So if you didn't use 3 hours one year, you couldn't use 6 the next. And they do hold once a year. They have forums once a term, but once a year in June, they hold a marketplace in their area, and it is a really good way to meet up with other VCSEs. If you exceed your 3 hours and you need more additional support, then there is the consultancy team that can help with that. And we also have other trainings available. As I mentioned, there is another one that supportive communities have asked us to do on social media. So it's looking at social media in a bit more depth. So thank you very much. Any questions? And before you ask me any, I am actually going to stop the recording. So just bear with me a second.